Today we will talk about the past perfect tense. The past perfect tense is used to express the past occurrences that do not continue into the present. It corresponds to had plus pp, past participle in English. Let's check the rule first. It's formed by adding 썼어요 when the verb and adjective stem ends in a vowel a or o. Otherwise, all except a or o, 썼어요 is added. And for verbs and adjectives ending in 하다, 했었어요 is added. For instance, 받다 is going to be 받았었어요. 받았었어요. 먹다 will become 먹었었어요. 먹었었어요. 공부하다 will become 공부했었어요. 공부했었어요. Now let's practice with the sentences. My car had broken will become 차가 고장 났었어요. 차가 고장 났었어요. We can understand this as it's a fixed noun. It had rained. 비가 왔었어요. 비가 왔었어요. It means it's over for now. My brother was hospitalized. 동생이 병원에 입원했었어요. 동생이 병원에 입원했었어요. It means he's at home now. Adverbial phrase indicating time. Let me show you some expressions that go well with the past perfect tense. 옛날에, in the old days. Be careful with your pronunciation. 옛날. 오래전에, a long time ago. 10년 전에, 10 years ago. 중학생 때, when I was in middle school. Here are some sentences. 옛날에는 고기를 먹었었어요. I had eaten meat in the past. 옛날에는 고기를 먹었었어요. It means, but I don't eat it now. 고등학생 때는 키가 작았었어요. I had been short when I was in high school. It means, but now I've grown taller. 고등학생 때는 키가 작았었어요. 5년 전에는 뉴질랜드에서 살았었어요. 5 years ago, I had lived in New Zealand. It means, but I don't live there now. 5년 전에는 뉴질랜드에서 살았었어요. Past versus past perfect. However, take a look at this sentence again. Although this sentence is grammatically correct, actually we don't say like this. Just use the past tense like English. In many contexts, completed actions are referred to using the simple past. So those sentences mentioned earlier are used as follows in real life. 옛날에는 고기를 먹었어요. 고등학생 때는 키가 작았어요. 5년 전에는 뉴질랜드에서 살았어요. In this way, the past tense 왔어요 and the past perfect tense 왔었어요 are used without much difference. Especially in the case of adjectives, you can see a lot of sentences just using this simple past. Let's say you are looking through an old picture with your neighbor, and she's surprised to see your dog. Then you can answer like this. 네, 옛날에는 뚱뚱했어요. Yes, he was overweight. It means he's not overweight now. 네, 옛날에는 뚱뚱했어요. Let's make another story. You visit a newly emerging hot place and say, 사람이 정말 많네요. Wow, there are so many people. 사람이 정말 많네요. The resident will answer, 네, 옛날에는 적었어요. 그런데 요즘은 정말 많아요. Yes, it is. In the old days, there were few people, but there are so many these days. 네, 옛날에는 적었어요. 그런데 요즘은 정말 많아요. However, in some cases, it's necessary to distinguish between past tense and past perfect tense. For example, when you enter the house and hear voices coming from a kitchen, you can ask your mom, "Who's there?" 누가 왔어요? 누가 왔어요? On the other hand, if you see a glass that looks like a guest drink, you can ask your mom, "Who was here?" 누가 왔었어요? 누가 왔었어요? Here's another story. When you are looking for a colleague Minu who is not at his desk, someone might respond, 민우 씨는 출장 갔어요. 민우 is on a business trip. 민우 씨는 출장 갔어요. As time passes and you see 민우 returned, and he will respond, 출장 갔었어요. I was on a business trip. 출장 갔었어요. Here's a very interesting example. 할아버지가 돌아가셨었어요. My grandfather had passed away. What does it mean? It means my grandfather has come back to life and he is now a living dead, zombie. Of course, I've read an article about a person who had a near-death experience. In that case, you can use this sentence, but it's generally incorrect. So use the verbs 죽다, to die, or 돌아가시다, to pass away, only in the past tense. 할아버지가 돌아가셨어요. 할아버지가 돌아가셨어요. In summary, the meanings of the two sentences below are different. 민우는 작년에 네팔에 갔어요. Minu went to Nepal last year. Minu may still be in Nepal, but we don't know what happened after he went to Nepal. 민우는 작년에 네팔에 갔어요. On the other hand, 민우는 작년에 네팔에 갔었어요. Minu had been to Nepal last year. It means Minu went to and have already returned from Nepal. 민우는 작년에 네팔에 갔었어요.